confidence, and what do you think you need to do in this series, looking back at what you've done so far?
I mean, it's not like, it's almost not like I have anything to figure out. It's almost like I have to be normal, not even good. I just, it's like I'm just doing the right things is enough. It's when we big man, when I big man, is when we shoot ourselves in the foot. It's this is why I'm not worried. It's we're gonna be so much better. I'm gonna be so much better.
So game one of the NBA Finals happened last night, a very electric game between the New York Knicks and the San Antonio Spurs, where we saw the New York Knicks weather the various storms of the San Antonio Spurs, come back and win game one, 105-95. There's a lot to get into today, but the thing we want to focus on specifically is that we were right about Victor Wembanyama. Allow me to explain. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BoxInOne, a basketball podcast and content creation platform created by Roischand and Joachim. Myself talking right now. Before we get into the San Antonio Spurs, first I want to give major credit to the New York Knicks team. They did not play particularly well. 39 of 94 from the floor. That is only 41.5%. 11 of 36 from three. That is only 30.6% from three, along with 8 turnovers, 49 rebounds, 20 assists. But those 49 rebounds came in such timely fashion in the second half. 15 rebounds for Josh Hart. I mean, even with Hart's bad shooting night, he had an incredible impact on this Knicks team. Along with those 15 rebounds, he had 6 assists, 4 steals, 1 block. Karl Anthony Towns, arguably the best player in the Eastern Conference for these NBA playoffs outside of Jalen Brunson, 18, 12, and 4. And we're going to get back to Karl in a second. Jalen Brunson, it's the NBA Finals. Welcome to Empty the Clip FC. 30 points on 31 shots. The Spurs did do a good job on Jalen Brunson, making it tough for him, but Mr. Clutch again showed up when needed in the fourth quarter. OG Anunoby going for 17 points, 5 of 12 from the field. Mikal Bridges, 9 points on 3 of 6 from the field. Landry Shamet as well off the bench, 13, 3 of 6 from 3. Jose Alvarado, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 of 6 from the floor from him as well. This is a well-rounded New York Knicks team that time and time again, they have the depth and they have the coaching and they have the leadership and the defense, more importantly, to weather the storms in games like this, come back. And when the Cleveland Cavaliers win after being down 22 points in that game one, coming back and winning, it showed that they are battle tested. And outside of the coaching, I think that's the biggest difference for this New York Knicks team, the mentality compared to last season. When Indiana rattled them a lot in the Eastern Conference Finals, they did not have the mental fortitude or capacity to recover. This season, they got in the lab in the offseason. You get Mike Brown. Now you have a team that can respond to these runs and still stay engaged and recognize that it is a 48-minute game. Credit to the Knicks aside, though, we want to talk about Victor Wembanyama, right? Before we get into Wemby, Spurs, not the greatest game all around, but you still had shining moments. Dylan Harper, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. I don't know why your second best player was benched after being probably their most consistent offensive option in this game. Not sure why that happened, Mitch Johnson, but overall, just a bad shooting night. De'Aaron Fox, 7 points on 3 of 13 from the floor, 0 of 4 from the field. Devin Vassell, 1 of 6 from 3, 4 of 11 from the field. Stephon Castle, 17, 8, and 3 on 7 of 16 from the floor, but only 1 of 5 from 3. Victor Wembanyama, 28.6% from the field, 26 points, 12 rebounds, 12 of 13 from the free throw line, 6 turnovers, 6 of 21 from the field. This is what we said last time in the Oklahoma City Thunder series about Victor Wembanyama. He does not have a good shot creation bag in the perimeter. And after the San Antonio Spurs won that series, right, we got some comments saying you were wrong about Vic. Obviously, you guys don't know hoops, blah, 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 etc. It's the internet. People say whatever they want. We're not really going to get rage baited by that. But the thing that's funny is 2 games later, not even 2 games later, a game later in the NBA Finals, Karl Anthony Towns proves our exact point. If you don't let Wemby get downhill and you force him to shot create, this is what happens. Turnovers, bad decision-making, 6 turnovers, in fact, bad shots, forcing uncomfortable situations for Victor Wembanyama when he's not able to impose his will physically on some of these bigs. We've said this time and time again. We said this since he came into the league. If Wemby wants to be a perimeter scorer, he needs to be able to have kill moves in the post and in the perimeter. It's not good enough just to be able to rim run at an efficient level, because Wemby, you can dribble for your size, but you are not a dribbler. Obviously, the handle is going to come with more time he spends in the league. Obviously, his bag is going to get deeper, but this is not how you win the series. Forced shot after forced shot, because he was forced to shot create in the perimeter. We have said this time and time again, and finally and hopefully people are going to realize, maybe these guys do know what they're talking about, because us saying Wemby got figured out was not saying that Wemby got figured out for his entire career. But this version of Victor Wembanyama in 2026, at the time of recording this video, June 4th, he got figured out. It is no secret that Wemby struggles to shot create when he's forced to go into the perimeter. I can pull up clips from the Phoenix Suns game the Spurs had, their 8th or 9th game of the season, where Wemby finished with single digits because Nick Richards and Dillon Brooks forced him to shot create in the perimeter. This is a very known secret about Wemby, and it's not even a secret anymore. It's just teams are now finally exploiting it and catching on. You want to slow Wemby down, be physical, and force him to shot create in the perimeter, because he does not have a bag. This is the Rois version of the alien. Obviously, as he continues to grow and ascend and learn, it's going to be really scary because, oh my goodness, this is the worst version of Wemby we're ever going to see. Yes, but when it's bad, it does look bad for the San Antonio Spurs. Again, your number one guy going for 26, 12, 2, and 4 stocks on 6 of 21 from the field. He hit the side of the backboard trying to shoot threes, only 2 of 9 from three-point land. This is what happens when you force him out of his comfort zone. You force him to shot create beyond just using his body. His fake out to the left, go to the right, fake the floater, then get the rebound and put back. It doesn't work so well when people are actually boxing you out. Chet is not on you anymore. This is not Chet. This is not Hartenstein. This is Karl Anthony Towns, who, for what it's worth, was playing great defense on Nikola Jokic not even 2 years ago on the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is a guy in Karl Anthony Towns who has gone to war against Joel Embiid, DeMarcus Cousins, Jokic, Bam, every premier big in the league. Wemby is not something he hasn't seen before in terms of the physicality and the size and the strength. And Cat is also a guy who has gotten much better at his perimeter defense and his post defense as the years have continued to go on. This is a very experienced Karl Anthony Towns. And again, we've said it time and time again. If you force Wemby to shot create in the perimeter, it's not going to be good. I don't know why people were flaming us or saying you guys have no idea what you're talking about. They won the series. It doesn't change the fact that there is a very clear exploit to beat Wemby, and teams are using it again and again and again, and we're seeing it in these playoffs again and again and again. We expect Wemby to have a great game too, but this is a guy who's now getting a rep in these playoffs. Obviously, it's his first playoffs. This is not his playoff rep. This is not me dissing him. I mean, the young man is doing incredible things in the NBA, only at age 22, in his first playoff runs, going to the NBA Finals. And the San Antonio Spurs, if they, as a conglomerate, are more consistent as a unit, they probably will win this series. With that being said, they're calling Wemby on again, off again, man. One game he looks like the GOAT. He looks like an alien. He looks like Thanos. The other game, he looks like a pedestrian. And until Wemby really figures out and gets in the lab over these next couple of summers and really gets in his perimeter bag, teams are going to keep forcing him out of the post, forcing him out of the pick and roll where he's a lob threat, and saying, hey, go get a bucket on me that's not given to you, because Wemby still really struggles with that. With that being said, though, guys, that is going to do it for us today. Again, as always, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow us wherever you get your basketball content, whether it is X, Threads, YouTube, where you're watching this video, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram. We are there. And again, as always, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we will see you all in the next one.